Okay, good morning, everyone, and welcome back to our second session of this three-lecture series. So I see many familiar faces. Hi, you're there. I also see some new faces. So your first time here, very good morning to you. And okay, right before we begin, right? I usually start with just maybe 1 minute of quiet moment. I will invite you to sit comfortably on your chair. Well, when we say sit, right, we always mean that, well, are we really aware that we are sitting? Right, try to pay attention to the sensation of our body, which part of our body is touching the chair, and how our feet are feeling the floor. You can move your feet a little bit, make yourself sitting in a very stable position. Your spine straight, and very slowly we take a deep breath. Slowly breathe in to your nostril, and very gently and slowly we breathe out. Take your time. Another deep breath, breathe in. Breathe out. All right, when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Right before we begin, I would like to join me. We pay our respect to our greatest teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha. So we recite together 3 times. Homage to the Supreme Teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha. Homage to the Supreme Teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha. Homage to the Supreme Teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha. Thank you so much. Oh, it should be this one here. All right, just for those of you who are first timer here, and of course for all of us who are here before, just a very quick recap of what we did last week. In these 3 sessions, 3 lectures, the first one we were talking about what was stress, right? Remember, the first thing we did was I showed you some emojis, and everyone select one, and we asked you to tell your story. It was fun. We talk about stress, right? We have a card for you to choose from and share your stories with your partner, with your friend sitting next to you, what you are facing, what we are going through for the past few weeks, and for the past week. And then we talk a little bit about what is a self, right? And then we say that, well, in Buddhism, we always talk about, there's non-self, right? Or there's no self. But what does that mean? Just a few days ago, there was a group of high school students. Which high school was it from? Anyway, just slipped out my mind. But they came in a big bunch. They were from the religious studies at the high school. And I think they came prepared, right? The first question they raised their hand and asked was, like what? Buddhism talk about no self, right? So there's no soul, right? How do we continue? So these are the questions like, oh boy, you really came prepared, right? When we talk about no self, sometimes we think about, and sometimes it's like becoming empty, it doesn't exist. So last week we asked our little helper, our teacher assistant here, to show us what is self in Buddhism. We have the body, right? We have a physical body right in front of us that we can see, we can touch. But the Buddha said, well, we are not just the body as we are, but we also have a mind, right? We have feelings, we have thoughts, and we think. in the process, right now when you're staring at me, it's in your mind, we're so busy working. What is he talking about? What is it doing? What is it? What does it look like? What color is it? We are processing information all the time. It's like a CPU of a computer, right? This guy, the blue guy, is the one who does all this job, right? And of course, it can all the feelings, right? The first part is like, the first thing you feel like, oh, am I feeling comfortable here? Am I feeling stressed? Am I feeling anxious? Or just fine, right? So this first part, I would say that the thinking part is the feeling, right? And then we have a little bit deeper than that. With the emotions and feeling, we have the thoughts, right? Who we are, what my name is, who are you, where I came from, something to do with memories and all the names, etc. So this part actually is taken part by this white guy here, okay? And we'll say, oh, that's not all, right? And the other thing that whatever we do every day in daily life, whatever action you do, whatever thoughts you have, actually is something called, in Sanskrit we call samskara. It's like the action we do, like the will to do something, right? It's something that sometimes you cannot describe with words, but you have the will to come this early morning, even though it was like 0 degrees Celsius in the morning. It was freezing, right? So we had the will to do it. So this more like all these combined is something more subconscious in our mind. So this yellow guy do here, right? And the Buddha said, well, it's not, that's all. We still have the final one. Right? This is what we call a consciousness. This is how we are separated from the robot, right? The AI. They have a consciousness. Right? Nowadays, when we are talking about AI, people are trying to find where is consciousness. When we have written like billions of lines of codes, and will it somehow, the AI become intelligent enough, all of a sudden the consciousness will just emerge from nowhere, and the consciousness have a sense of self? We don't know yet, right? But according to Buddhism, this is almost impossible, right? Because consciousness is not like lines of codes. It's not something that you can code it, but it is something so fundamental to all living beings. You have something that if you breathe, if you live, if you reproduce, these are the common things that we share by all living beings. So according to the Buddha, we have 5 parts which constitute a human being, like a living thing. Anything that moves, that breathes, that live in this planet, in other planet, if you can find them, right? They all have these 5 parts. So the Buddha asks us, which one is you, right? So the logic is very simple. If a combination of 5, you find a self, an I, right? If you take out any one of this, then it's incomplete, right? The self just dissolves. If you take away the consciousness, this is a dead body, right? You won't call a corpse a self, right? It's a corpse, it's a body. If you take away the feeling, if you have no emotions or you cannot feel anything, whatever it takes you, well, then usually we don't call it, well, something is not right, right? So something is missing. So for the Buddha, he said, this is what it means by non-self. It seems like we don't treat our body as a self. We don't treat our mind itself alone as a self. It's a combination of all these. So in the end, we come to the conclusion that a self is nothing other than our own construction. Because of all these 5, they come together, and then we think there's a self. And then we become self-centered, right? So that is the teaching of the non-self, right? And then we talk about what is connection, how we understand things, how we see things, and how come we have suffering? Why can't we have good relationship with everyone around us? How come conflict arises? So this has to do with how we see the world, how we understand them, and how we kind of react with the world around us. And then we did a little exercise. Can I have a quick show of hand if you did this homework? Can you just raise your hand a little bit? 1, 2, 3. Good. We have 4. All right. Okay, good. Let me just show you. Actually, I was quite happy. Actually, I received one feedback from email. Someone sent me the answer for it. Let me just quickly show you what it says. It says, okay, what was the problem? Remember we did this last time? We check how we react to our situation in daily work. Say, okay, we face a problem. Imagine. Say a customer complained to my supervisor that I was rude to her. This made me mad. All right, it's something that happened to us. Like for this person, she's working in a company, and then the customer complained like she was rude. Okay, then she wrote down what were your beliefs, your thoughts behind this. She said, well, I'm always kind to all people around me, and I try to make everybody happy, right? How could this have happened? No, it's impossible. Right? The first thought was, no, it didn't happen. It wasn't true. So how did she react at the end? She said that, well, I wrote a long letter explaining my behavior to my supervisor. It's impossible, cannot be me. In order to protect my reputation, right? I have to protect myself. So she wrote a kind of angry letter, like explaining what I did, what I didn't do, and everything to explain. Well, and sadly at the end, it didn't end up well, right? So, and then kind of like the customer wasn't happy, she wasn't happy, the supervisor wasn't happy at the end, right? So this was the incident. And then she kind of reflect, all right, well, if something happened, the same thing happened to me, now if I am going to challenge my belief or my thoughts, just give an example, what would that be? You say, well, yeah, I know I'm kind, at least that's my, but kindness does not justify all my behaviors. Well, you try to reconsider, what does it mean, like, if I'm a kind person, will I never do any mistake, right? So kind of questioning ourselves. And then you say, oh, maybe perhaps it was not meant to be a complaint after all, right? The customer wrote something. If I have to look at it as all negative and it's an attack, then we will react in an angry way. What if it's just a statement itself, right? Look at it in a more kind of like subjective way. So if that is what you think, how would you have reacted? And then you say, well, maybe I should sit down, have a conversation with my supervisor and try to understand the whole situation better. Maybe, but that didn't happen, right? So now we can see that when something happened, you have a choice. We have two paths you can choose. Either you want to follow our own habits, or I just fight, protect myself, or stop a little while, think about it, and maybe there's another explanation to the whole situation that I have missed out, or I didn't know about. So this was what we talked about last week, about how the way we see the world kind of changes our behavior. So that was a real recap of last week. Of course, now, if you want to, you'd like to share a little bit from your homework. You raised your hand just now?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I wasn't here.
Oh, okay, no. How about you? Is it okay?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, please. You wasn't here, I knew. I'm not going to point at you. All right. What's your name?
My name's Jonathan.
Jonathan?
Yeah.
Okay, Jonathan. Yeah.
So the problem was I was rushing to get things done, kind of on a schedule,
Yeah.
which I tend to do, and I avoided or sacrificed the opportunity to appreciate the time with my wife and kid
Okay.
because I was rushing to get things done. The exact example was I try to spend time with my daughter taking her swimming to the pool,
Yeah.
and they were about to leave on vacation, and it got late, and then the question was, does the kid eat before swimming or do I take her swimming? And then everything got rushed and I tried to do too much in too little time. So that was the problem.
Yeah.
What were my beliefs and thoughts? My thoughts at the time were, hey, my kid is leaving on vacation. Like I want to get this last moment with her,
Okay.
quality time.
Yeah.
But it was too rushed and it didn't feel right. And then how did I react? I ended up pushing through and trying to get everything done, but in retrospect, I could have done it better and made sure the time spent was more focused on quality rather than quantity.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
So I guess the takeaway, my own takeaway, was just slow down.
Slow down. Okay. So you're saying that the problem was you knew that they were going for vacation and then you wanted to spend as much time as possible before, we are going to see each other for a while, right? So you believe that, well, make good use of the time, do as most as I could, right? That's what a good dad should do. And you ended up like, well, you're a bit frustrated because of the time and you kind of sacrifice the quality of the time spent together. So this is what happened. And then if you challenge your belief and thoughts, as you say, well, maybe it's not so much about the time you were together. It's about the quality, right? So, okay, now you kind of change your mind. Oh, yeah, it's more about quality. So what would you have done in that case? Imagine if you prioritize more on the quality time spent together, would you have done it differently?
I think in retrospect, I've tried to redefine what quality time is, and it's not about what we do, it's just the fact that we're together.
Yeah,
So
great. Anyone feel resonant about it?
it just simplifies things, and
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Okay, you have something to share or? Thanks, I heard you. Right. Well, I think we have someone want to respond to you. Please. Thanks, Jonathan. It's not a mic.
I think my realization was often when we in a situation of the dilemma or conflict, we often will be like pay more attention to how we going to settle the issue. However, if slow down and thought about it, it would be like more of what I was trying to get it done, or what the purpose of doing this and reacting it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so eventually we end up like, what is the purpose of doing this? Okay, it's more like this example of many layers of thinking, I think, inside this story.
Yeah.
And really, I will look at it, I'll think about what is the end of this two person was trying to accomplish together, because they have interaction together. So that would be I think for me it's more difficult to look for the value of each action or reaction you were trying, I was trying to do it with or without consciousness.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, when we are in a conflict or in a dilemma, we feel like we have to settle something. So what is a common goal within two people? What we're showing here is we kind of like break down the whole process, into 3 steps, so to help us to slow down, right? Like what Jonathan just said, I'm going to slow down, create a buffer zone so that we can rethink about what we believe, go through your process of thinking and see whether you should follow our own habits of reacting it, or you can find a common ground, use a better language, like better expression to achieve the same goal. I think that's all, right? We have to do with it every day. Then that could solve a lot of problems. Exactly, but thank you for sharing that. So same thing happened to me, right? Like today, I cram a lot of information. Today, I want to type in 90 minutes. I want to finish it. And then I realized that, do I want to rush? Do I want to really cram you all the data? You know, like this is what the Buddha said, this is what psychology said, blah, 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 1 to 10. Remember it and you'll be fine. Enlightenment, oh. And they're like, is it really what I want? Right? Do I just come to you, like I stare at you, I look at you, and then we have like a very good conversation. I understand what you're trying to tell me, I understand what we're going through. At least at the end, we have some very good and deep conversation. And then we go, oh yeah, at least I take back one thing instead of 100 things from a lecture. So that will be my goal. We are going to do some practice today. And then I wish we can, at least you bring one thing home today that can help us to live a more, adventurous or more comfortable life, yeah? Something a bit more meaningful. So mindfulness, as we talked about last week, today we're going to talk about mindfulness. There are two parts we're going to talk about. One is the body and one is the emotions. It's like in other words, the body and the mind, right? Why the body and the mind is so important. If you ever go to the Great Buddha Hall, who hasn't been there yet the first time? You've never been to the Great Buddha Hall? Okay, please raise your hand. 1, 2. Most of you have, right? Okay. I recommend you to take a look to the Great Buddha Hall. This is upon entrance. You will see a huge, I think this is the biggest indoor sitting Buddha in, I would say America, North America, or the West Hemisphere. I think I read from the brochure. West Hemisphere, including Europe and the whole America, I would say. It's 37 foot tall. This is what we call a Vairochana Buddha. It's another emanation of the Buddha. Vairochana means light, great light. Right? Vairochana is the Buddha, is another representation of the Buddha. So what I want to say is, if you look at the hand gesture, if you go near enough, you see like instead of having two palms joining together, right? He has one index finger sticking out from the left hand, and then the right finger grab around it in this way and holding it in front of the heart. What does that mean? People wouldn't do it just because, it looks good. It doesn't look good, actually. Kind of weird, right? What does that mean? What does it tell us? The body and the mind. The one finger that stick out, right, actually represents the mind part, as you see here. The feeling, the thinking, all your actions, reactions, and the consciousness. These are all these four guys here represents the mind that you cannot touch, you cannot see from the outside, right? This is represented by the mind. And the 5 fingers here that grab around the mind is the body. Why 5? Because we believe that the one that represents the body is 5 senses. The eye, right? The sight, then the nose, the ear, the hearing, the touching. These 5 senses represent our human body. So what the Vairochana Buddha telling us is, yes, you have a mind with all these 4 guys here, right? Thinking, emotions, feelings, and the consciousness, and then it is grabbed by these 5 senses. And then they are one in unity. One in unity. You don't just go to the gym and train for like hours and hours so to get yourself fit, right? If we are doing that, we are only training this part, the body, but how about the mind? You never heard about people doing mind building, right? We have a bodybuilding. These are great bodybuilders with great muscles. But we hardly heard people saying that I'm going for mind building. I want to build my mind like as you build your muscles. How? Right, so this is a practice of Buddhism. We are building the mind as you are doing. As you are going to a gym. Right, next, I think in the future, instead of calling the Great Buddha Hall, we should call it the gym for the mind. Why not? Yeah, the gym for, as the Buddha they're telling us, the body is holding all the mind, and they should be in unity. All right. So the question is, how? You know, there's a mind, there's a body, but how they become together? So this is the whole point, the whole purpose of the teaching. Mindfulness is a key to become unity or start back to gain back our awareness of the body, right, instead of mind. Well, many people will say that, of course I know I got a body. It's aching. I'm sitting here, I can feel it. It's tight here, you know. When I want to, like, when I go to the Great Buddha Hall, when I want to bow, I'm like, oh, no, that's the best I could go. No more further, right? And you realize, then only you realize you have a body. But I think that's quite sad. Usually we only realize we have a body when there's a pain, when we feel ache, right? We only feel that when we feel like, oh, I used to walk up like the stairs. There's no problem. Now like every step feel like a needle pinching in my knees. The kind of, and then you hear the weird sound. Where did they come from? It comes with age. It comes with wisdom. I would say wisdom, right? The wiser we get, the more sound we're going to get. That's the reality, right? So we don't wait until we have physical problem, then we only start to take care of the body. So mindfulness of the body tells us that it's simple. Right? Mindfulness is a very broad idea about being aware. Aware of the mind, aware of the body. Okay, let's go very quickly, right? Mindfulness actually comes from, the Pali term is sati. If you have gone to the classes by Bhikkhu Bodhi, Venerable Bhikkhu Bodhi, then you might be familiar with Pali term. But anyway, if you are not, just as an information, it means to remember or to recollect. It's interesting, right? Mindfulness has to do with memory. You do something, you remember, you can recall, you can recollect the things. And in Buddhism, mindfulness is a part of the Eightfold Path, right? Eightfold Path actually is the 8 ways of live a meaningful life. The Buddha gave very practical instruction, right? Think wisely, get a decent job. I mean, not to harm people, right? That's a decent job. There are 8 of them. Well, we can talk about it when we have time. So mindfulness is one of them. And it involves being fully aware of the body, your feelings, mind, and mental objects. I mean, the body and the mind, and everything around you. Can you imagine that when someone, the great teacher like a Buddha, tell you, oh, you need to be aware of your body, be aware of your mind, and your surrounding. What? Am I coming to the monastery to learn to know my body? I can just go to the gym, right? So why is it so important? Because the key Buddhist goal is to cultivate the awareness, to understand suffering and its cessation. Because only through mindfulness, we start to see why we feel uneasy, why we suffer, why we argue with people, why sometimes we feel sad, anxious. All these emotions, it only becomes clear to us if we are mindful enough, and that is the practice of today's term. So what is mindfulness? In plain, is a meditation practice. Meditate, or you can call it contemplation. Some people don't like to call meditation because they feel like, oh, meditation means sitting there, enduring the pain of your feet for hours. People might have some like a picture of it, but let's use contemplation instead. Contemplate, you think, right? You focus on one thing, stay focused, control your attention. So that is mindfulness. So it involves like what? Be aware of the body, feelings, emotions, and thoughts. Right? It's broad. The point is to be aware of the present moment and understand what is going on around you. The present moment. How many of you are at the present moment now? Please raise your hand. For those who are not raising your hand, where are you? What's the question? Yes, exactly. I was still in a question. I don't know what was going on. You were one step behind what we're going through. Yeah, we're already in the past. My question was, who is right now? Who is here? Are you present here or not? If you are, raise your hand. Okay, I'm still thinking about the question, right? The moment you realize that I was still thinking about the question and I didn't react, that means we already lost the present moment. Right? It's so quick that we lose our attention so quickly. Get that? So present means that, yeah, we are here. I see you talking. I hear your voice. And I know I'm sitting right here, but I'm not in my mind thinking about what should I be cooking for tonight. I'm going to Costco afterwards. What should I thought? Oh, my husband told me to buy something. Did I write it down? You're still looking at me, very attentively, but your mind is like, Costco, where to go, where to get, right? So that's an opera. That's a play we have in our mind all the time. That means we are not at the present. So the requirement to be present at this moment actually is not easy to do. In a meditation hall, like when we're going through the meditation practice, the training, it was hard. There's a saying that, remember when I first went for the breathing meditation? It's very simple, right? Just watch your breath. When your air like coming out from your nostril, you feel it, right in front of your nostril, and then when you are breathing in, you can feel it. When you're breathing out, you feel the sensation is a bit different. When you're breathing in, it's a bit cold, dry, and when you breathe out, it's a bit warmer and it's a bit moist. We have to be aware of that. And then we keep counting. 1 breath, 2 breaths, right? I remember I could never go beyond 3. Of course, when people, if you're not aware, you say like, oh, it's just counting. 1, 2, Costco, 3, whatever, right? But the moment your mind just switch to anything beyond your subject, then you're off. Then you have to start counting again. It is so strict that you have to really follow the rule. One thought, how's the temperature like? Oh, you're gone, right? But you're not at the breathing anymore. So that is how we train in a mindfulness practice, the meditation. You really need to be really focused. And if you could count from 1 to 10 without any interruption in between, congratulations. Sometimes it takes years. It's not simple. Of course, you can lie to yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, it's nice. I remember what I had last night. 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not easy to do, but we know this is the goal, right? To be at present moment. Sometimes we can only stay for milliseconds. Sometimes 1 second. There's a survey for young people that shows that for young people nowadays, like the teenagers, they used to have 11 seconds or 13 seconds they can focus on one task. Now it reduces to 7 seconds or even 5 seconds. Yeah, because of social media, right? You know how you stroll around like social media, whatever short video you watch, not interesting, dull, stupid, you keep strolling. You see how your mind switches from one subject to the other within milliseconds. Imagine you're doing it hours a day, and you come into real life and they talk to you. Mom, what's for dinner tonight? Before you even say the word, the mind changes. Oh, what's going on, Do we realize that even ourselves sometimes we don't have enough patience to talk to people anymore? You feel like, give me information short and precise. I don't want to waste my time listen to you anymore. We are impatient. Right? These are all because we lose the capability to pay attention long enough. So that's a main problem. I think there's a worldwide problem, not just young people, even us. I used to love to talk to my mom on the phone, right? Before COVID, before we bought her an iPad, she was on the phone with me all the time. She would stare at the screen and say, hi, and we talked for half an hour. She was there. And after 2 years with iPad, now when I call her, so I will look away and she will look at whatever she was on the screen. And then whenever I told her, she just forgot. Yeah, what did you say? Right? So, it happens to everyone. That's why mindfulness has become something like it's a medicine that we need nowadays. Now, of course, a little bit of development. Okay, why mindfulness becomes so important nowadays? It all started in the late 20th century by someone called Jon Kabat-Zinn. Yeah, you must have heard of him. He was the most important Western meditator and scholar and professor who actually popularized mindfulness through the MBSR, Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction, at the University of Massachusetts Medical School back in 1979. So they use it as a tool, and then they emphasize on stress relief, well-being, and secular applications. Well, and then slowly we have development like the MBCT and then the ACT, right? This become a therapeutic way to help people to deal with anxiety, depression, like even ADHD, all kind of emotional, mental problem that we face nowadays. So this is the development of mindfulness. It came from a very Buddhist practice background and then moved to a more secular, therapeutic way. So that's what happened in the West, right? Even in Asia, everywhere. So common nowadays. So it's a bit different. If we talk about mindfulness in the medical field and mindfulness in Buddhist practice is in traditional Buddhism, mindfulness is part of the Eightfold Path. I would just say, right? 8 methods of living a meaningful life. And it aims is for spiritual awakening, right? Spiritual awakening. But in modern psychology, mindfulness is often therapeutic. Reduce stress, manage emotions, improve daily life. Well, some scholars will think that, we are going the wrong way. Mindfulness is for spiritual awakening. It's not for you to reduce stress. And then I think about it, I said, why not? Right? It takes us a long time to achieve enlightenment, but why not we use mindfulness if we could help ourselves, our friends, our family to become less stressed? So that's the whole point of it, right? Do we have to really always go back to, we're going to aim high? Of course, you can aim high yourself, but when you're helping our daily life, why not we use it? But for either way, the core practice of mindfulness remains similar, is to be aware of this very present moment, okay? And we just understand that there's a secular relief of suffering, and there's another aspect of it which is for spiritual liberation. Anyway, we just have to let you know that these are 2 aspects of mindfulness, because we hear this word everywhere we go. Just to be reminded that these are the 2 aspects of it, right? But doesn't matter. What we want to do now is how to use it, right? How to practice it. That's the more important of it. So imagine how you use it in daily life is, for example, right, we are stuck in a self-blame after a relationship ends. Right? Let's say we have going to this scenario, and mindfulness helps us to notice self-critical thoughts without believing them fully. So we can apply mindfulness to help ourselves get out of the negative loop of self-critique. Was I a bad guy? How could she leave me? I might have done something wrong. So did it mean that I don't deserve a good relationship, right? We all have negative thoughts going around. But mindfulness helps us to get another perspective, right? Go around it. Like what we did in the practice, ABC, right? 3 steps. So mindfulness does just that. Help us to go around and question ourselves about our thoughts and our mind. Well, and then we can say that I see this as a painful story arising now. I don't need to add fuel to it. So with mindfulness practice, we may come to this conclusion. All right. So as we say that mindfulness creates a space, right, between the stimulus and reaction, so we can choose a wise response rather than an automatic one. something happened. You react. So in between, we create a space of mindfulness, a space that we can rethink our belief, we can choose our way to react. So we make this zone becoming more and more aware, more and more become stronger. So that's the purpose of mindfulness in this way, yeah? Instead of going automatic one. Okay, mindfulness of the body means that, okay, come back to how to do it, like a practical way. Be fully aware of the state of the action of the body, either you are sitting, walking, standing, or lying down. Yeah, we always say that there's always these four kind of things that we are doing, right? You're either sitting, walking, standing, or lying down. Is there any other action we can do? Hanging in the air? Not so much, right? Unless you're doing like what? Sky jumping or the bungee jump, right? But usually what we do, that means that whatever you do, whenever you are, be aware of how where your body is, where your hands are, where your legs are, what you're stepping on. So this is a practice of mindfulness. All right. You guys ready? Going for just the first step of doing it? Okay, now I invite you to sit. Sit. Right. The first thing I ask for is, okay, now we have the chair, right? When we are sitting fully towards the back, it's comfortable, but let's do the opposite. Sit only halfway. Try this. Move your chair a little bit backwards and only sit halfway. In the middle of it. Try to move. If you could, if a chair is big enough, sit only 1/3 of it, even better. For those folding chair, you could easily only sit 1/3 of it. And good. Now look around. How does everybody look? Wow. How does that feel? Energetic, right? You feel everybody is attentive, energized, and you feel even, you feel like you're ready to get something done. So just a change of the way we sit on a chair, it does a lot on how we change our feeling of our body and environment. I mean, if I look from here, it's beautiful. So the first thing is, choose a sitting posture, right, halfway to the chair, your waist, and then keep your waist straight. Automatically, your waist becomes straight, right, when you sit this way. It's true. And your chest drawn in means that you don't purposely push out your chest. Oh, I want to feel energetic and powerful. No, but naturally, your chest is a little bit drawn, just like this way. Right? That's a natural way. Then put both your hands on your feet. And relax your shoulders. Okay. How do we know our shoulders are relaxed? You can move up your shoulders, try to point it up. Do this. Okay, one more time. Move up. Okay. The moment, this is the most relaxed position for yourself. Now, can you feel the difference? Now, compared to just before you do that? Remember this feeling. This is the most natural and relaxed position for your shoulders, right? Feel it, so be aware of it. Well, chin pull back means that you don't like when we watch too much smartphone or screen, we head become like this, right? Our neck is tilted like this. So sitting in a good position means we do the other way around, we put it back. Instead of here, we push it back. So a little bit drawn in, right? This is a more natural curve of your neck. Be aware of that. Right? It's very subtle. And your tongue relaxed and your eyes slightly closed, right? Or you're staring in front of you. Right, let's maintain this for a few seconds. Just keep this for a few seconds. Right. While maintaining this position, I'd like you to follow my voice and just to pay attention to my instructions. We take a very slow, deep breath. Breath in. Breathe out. Now you breathe normally without doing any changes to your breathing. Now I want you to pay attention to the top of your head. Feel the slightly cold breeze brushing through the tip of your hair, or maybe the skin on your head. Pay attention to it and feel the very slight sensation on your skin. Do the same to the forehead, eyes, nose, ears, cheeks, the mouth. Feel the sensation on your face. Imagine that each and every part of the muscles of your face become relaxed, no tension at all. Attention means we like a third person watching from outside. Look at how we feel on each and every part of our body. Next, we pay attention to the shoulders, arms, hands, all the way to the tips of fingers. Try to feel the relaxed feeling of each and every part of the muscles on your arms. Now slightly and slowly move your attention to your chest. I invite you to gently raise your right hand and put it right in front of your heart, gently touching it, and feel your heartbeat and the warmth generated from your heart. Pay attention to the sensations on the skin of your palm that touches the very slight beating sensation of your heart. Slowly put down your hand. Now focus on your stomach. See how when we breathe in, your tummy will rise. And when you breathe out, it will how was the sensation? Pay attention to it. Now move your attention to your back, your lower back, the lower back always experience great tension. So when we pay attention to each and every muscles on the lower back, your body will naturally relax and you feel comfortable. Try to feel the changes that's going through the lower back. All we have to do is watch, pay attention. Now we do the same to our feet, the thighs, the knees, ankles, all the way to the bottom of your feet. Feel the sensation of the relaxation of the muscles. Slowly we come back to our breathing, knowing that when we are breathing in, we know for sure that we are breathing in. And when we are breathing out, we know that we are breathing out. Just in and out. Pay attention. Whenever any thoughts arise, just gently remind ourselves, come back to your breathing. Again and again, we return to feel the sensation of your breathing just by paying attention and knowing. Breathe normally. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. All right, I invite you all to take a deep breath, very slowly, gently, and breathe out entirely, slowly and gently. Slowly come back to the sensation of the surrounding. You can move your body slightly to the left and right, to the front and the back. Open your eyes when you're ready. Some of us may feel some tightness on the body. You can massage your body, part that you feel a little bit tight. Give yourself some massage. It helps your blood flow. All right, How did that go? Can I have a mic? Where's the mic? Missing mic. Hello. Do you have a mic here? Okay. Can I come to the front? I love when you do this. I will explain to you what it means afterwards. Okay. Say a few words about how you feel about the practice just now.
I feel wonderful, but I have laryngitis. Sorry.
Oh, okay, no problem. Thank you so much. Okay, anyone else want to share a bit of? Okay, but we have one in the back there. Thank you.
Happy.
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 A bit more. How about your body? Like, do you feel?
No,
any,
inner happy.
it looks happy to you.
It felt good, yes.
It felt good. All right.
Very
thank
good.
You. Thank you so much. I feel happy to hear that too. One in the back. And then the one next behind you, yeah? Okay, up afterwards.
If I relax my back too much, I need to use the muscles in my back to
Yeah.
keep it straight.
Okay.
So if I relax too much, then I bend over.
I see. So in that case, maybe in the beginning, you might need some support, right? You have a cushion, like a small cushion, put it in between the chair and your back. Like the cushion will keep your back, you will keep your spine, keep a natural curve on it. Yeah, I know sometimes when we have like really tense muscles, like when the muscle become imbalanced, especially the front and the back muscle become imbalanced, we feel like, your back always being pulled on one side, right? So in that case, when you want to feel really like rest and you feel relaxed, you can put a small cushion at the back, at the curve here, and then you can sit on it. That helps you to really feel relaxed.
I also have at home I have a Zen chair,
Yeah.
and then I don't need a cushion. It
Yeah,
helps me,
cushion.
keeps
Okay.
the back.
They keep your back. So when you're on the chair, right?
Yeah.
So the chair itself, as long as you sit in the proper way, your back is doing the job itself. Yeah, thank you for sharing. Okay. Come back to you. This one.
I felt very at peace.
At peace.
At peace, very calm.
Yeah. How about the body? Feel any difference?
Yes, it did. Very relaxed, very happy,
Really
just
relaxed
like the lady
and
said.
happy.
And for a second, I forgot I have all those people around me.
Wow.
Felt
that's
like
good.
I was by myself.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It's beautiful. The one in front. Yeah, it's on the second row.
After meditating for quite a few years, I discovered something that helped me a lot, and that was to sit in a chair with a slope to it,
Yeah. Yeah.
so that it automatically moved my pelvis forward. I didn't have
exactly.
to make that happen. So the height of my backside
Yeah.
and so my legs are tilted slightly down. That
Exactly.
helped me a lot.
Definitely.
Because it automatically kept me in a comfortable
Yeah.
position.
Yeah. So the sitting posture, what we were doing just now was sitting on a chair. But if you are sitting on the ground, like it's very advisable. We suggest you to get like a very kind of like the ergonomics way of the cushion, like a meditation cushion. As you said, it raises your pelvis so that your feet is a bit lower than definitely it's lower, but when you're sitting, it's not in the same level. It's a bit like an ankle standing down. Then your back will automatically become straight, so that you can sit for hours, right? So that's exactly what we do. But on a chair, the best we can do is sit halfway or 1/3 of the chair, and you can feel that your back automatically becomes straight. So if you sit long hours in the office, right? Try this. I know we rely on a lot of the ergonomics chair. Those are expensive, thousands of dollars, right? All this like fancy mechanism, you push it, but anybody all the way fell back on it. Actually, I don't really think that it helps a lot, with your body. I rather sit on a very simple, like flat chair and then sit halfway or just 1/3 of it and raise my feet until it's the comfortable height, and I could just sit there for half an hour with no problem. Right? Just be aware, but not make it become something like a background and then you forget about your body. As long as we have awareness of how we feel at any moment, then we can prevent like long-term like chronic pain. So that's the point of mindfulness. Okay, may I have one last? Okay, sorry. Okay, let's do this. Quality time, right? I was rushing again. I'm sorry. Come on, please.
I guess bodily, it was very, it felt better to sit that way, to let the body kind of support yourself, as you said.
Yeah.
One thing I would definitely say is that I've hurt my shoulder recently, so
Yeah.
when I was doing this and I was very focused, I really could feel a pain in my shoulder, literally. And
True.
I'm hurt, I know that.
Yes.
But I do things for not to hurt my normal life, but
Yeah.
when I just sit like that,
Yeah.
it almost focused that pain there. I could feel it.
You could feel it. Yes.
But I wasn't feeling bad or something.
Mm.
But I was very aware of that
Yes.
throbbing pain on my left side.
Yeah.
definite. I don't know.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Because the pain signal is always there. It's just that we are so used to ignoring the signals, or we try to we try to use other like stronger kind of like signals to kind of subdue them. Because it makes us uncomfortable. But when you are relaxed and you are scanning your body, it's there. Right, but if it comes to a way that you still can manage, and then of course you let it do the work. The body has the wisdom to make yourself become balanced again. So if you feel a little bit of pain, it's good. It tells you that you need to take care of this now. That's why many of us we don't care for our body, and the chronic pain just happens. It's a long term, I would say. If we sit for too long, there's always a chronic pain because we didn't get the signal from the body. It's long enough, we should move, but we are so focusing on the work, on the screen, we totally forget. So sometimes pain is our friend. Do you agree that? Pain is our friend. Let us know what we should change, what we should do. So by listening to our body in this way, it definitely can change our quality of life a lot. Okay. I think after you and then we have one more here, all right? You're the last one. Thank you.
So related to what you just say,
Yeah.
I have a lot of aches and pains.
Yeah.
So when I was doing the meditation, I do have my pain. So how can I use this meditation to kind of relieve the pain, or it can help me to heal those pains?
Well, meditation doesn't
Thank you.
help us to relieve the pain. Yeah, meditation is not meant for like curing like the physical body in any manner. But the point what they say is right. If it is a physical problem, I think we should get whatever treatment we need, right? Go to the chiropractic or go to see a doctor, and then we do whatever we have to do. But when we sit down, then you start to realize that, it's troubling me, right? Of course, when you're in a meditation hall, usually we say, well, if you can endure it, try our best to endure it just what we did with the body scanning. When you scan through it, you will feel that the pain is there, right? So that's not, meditation is not, mindfulness is not about ignoring it, but acknowledging it. Yes, I know you are here. Yes, I know you are here, right? And then you make peace with it. Yes, is this something I can handle? If yes, I'll stay in the same position. But no, it's not. No, it's making me like shaking. Like it's hard. Then stop, change your position. Either you stand up, or you sit on a chair, or you lie down on the bed. You could even do meditation when lying down on the bed. It's not just one position. So the main thing about mindfulness is to know what suits your body best by listening to the pain and do your best to make it, heal itself. It doesn't mean you have to endure, right? You have to, like I remember when I was young, we were doing the training. We were asked to do full lotus sitting, right? Both feet, putting up, bend like a lotus. That hurts like hell, in the first thing. Especially when I have like the athletic foot. My foot was like, not like skinny, a lot of muscles on it. it hurts like nothing. I mean, you couldn't imagine how, the first time I forced myself to sit for half an hour like that. And the moment I released my feet, I couldn't stand up. And then later I realized that, when we were young, of course, you could take it as a challenge, and it takes time to build up, right? And then after a while, you go, I could do that. But when we're getting older and wiser, of course, then it's not advisable to force ourselves, but we have to listen to our body and work with our capability. So if you feel pain, change your position, lie down, or you can do walking meditation. It's good for us too. So we're very flexible, right? Not one method fit all, find a way. So it's good to go for a retreat where you learn sitting meditation, walking meditation, all kind of techniques you will learn, and then you'll find one that suits you the best. So that's my answer to that. Okay, and then one last one. Yeah, it's right in front. Okay, please go to washroom if you need. Yeah, sorry, we don't take a break. I'm sorry.
Yes, I have a couple of things. One about my body. Like I did find that I have to like shift each time that there's like there's something that I kind of let go. Like I'm sitting straight up, but then I find that my body is trying to return back to like a C curve.
Yeah.
And then when I feel that happening, I just gotta correct that and have my spine straight again. So it's just like at the point of uncomfortability, like my body automatically just goes back into the curve like this. But then now it comes to another point where I just have to shift it back here.
I see.
So
you want to know how to actually reduce a kind of like distraction of the body doing the automatic.
I guess so, but at the same time, like I also recognize that this is probably like what my body naturally does, unless like there has to be some sort of physical strengthening that I still have to do.
Yeah.
But then I guess it's also like a mindfulness practice. Your body is changing now, change it back.
Yeah.
So, that sort of thing.
I think there's a process. Do you sit on a chair or on a meditation cushion usually?
I usually sit on a chair.
On a chair. So try meditation cushion, like as what we just shared. Get the meditation cushion with like ergonomics, like with a little bit of slanting angle, and you sit on that, and then you can feel like when the pelvis is raised a little bit, you're actually more stable. With both your knees and your pelvis like become a triangle, that's the most stable form of sitting. Try that, and you might find you move a little bit less.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll get that. Sorry, one more thing? I also did find that like my mind does contend, like the thoughts of my mind do contend with themselves. So like I'm listening to your voice, and then in some split second, my mind does go somewhere else. But then like it's kind of like fighting a little bit to continue to listen to your voice.
You know what you should do? This is not my mic, sorry. I keep doing this on mic. Knowing yourself is distracted is also mindfulness. So mindfulness doesn't mean that you're going to stay on the same thing. Yeah, I have to be back there, back there. No. The moment we know that we are off, knowing of going off is already a mindful process. So you don't have to criticize yourself. I did so badly. I keep going away. And then one time I asked a student, so what did you think about? Yeah, I thought about my food, my work, but did you come back to your breathing? Yes, after 10 seconds. Good. You did just right. You knew where you were and you knew how to come back. That's it. That's mindfulness, right? Mindfulness doesn't mean that you have to stay static for half an hour. It doesn't mean that. It means you know exactly where your mind is, you know what it's doing, and you're clear, and you have a control. You want to come back, you can come back. That's mindfulness. No right or wrong. Just know where you are. Okay? Good question. Thank you. All right. We should move to the next part. Please go to release yourself if you need to. Now, you do a little bit of emotions, right? Emotion is fun. I know every time when I ask about how do you feel, people will say that, well, I feel love, I feel hope, I have bad mood, sad, I feel shy, I feel nervous. Right? The first row are the most common terms we use. What I love about this periodic table of human emotion is it's rich. Right? Try to expand our vocabulary. I mean, talk about joy. What is joy? It could mean satisfaction, enthusiasm, euphoria. What is euphoria? Right? High or something? Sorry?
Bliss.
Blessed.
No,
Wow.
bliss.
Bliss. Beautiful.
B-L-I-S.
Yeah, I think that bliss. You feel bliss in a way. Spiritually, right? It's more like spiritual kind of feeling. So you see, the expression is so rich. So next time when people ask you how you're feeling, I feel satisfied. I'm euphoric. I feel bliss. Wow, that pinpoint your feeling. That's why this table is useful. Try to, of course you can take a picture afterwards, right? And to use this as the way to learn about our emotions. All this way, when you feel confused, feel uncertain, upset, doubtful, indecisive, perplexed, embarrassed, hesitant, shy, lost, unsure, pessimistic, tense, whatever. These are the basic emotions, and there are all so many terms to label them. Why? Because in mindfulness, it's very important that we can label our emotion. Don't just say, I'm sad. Say, I feel down, because of this happened. I feel heaviness in my heart. The more clearly and vivid you can explain it, it's a way of healing itself. Imagine that. It's a way of healing itself. So this is what we do in a meditation practice. Sometimes after a long day of sitting, we got to sit with a teacher, right, in private. So the teacher will ask you, okay, tell me what kind of thoughts you have gone through. And you got to be specific. You don't just say calm and happy. I feel joy. And then the teacher will put a stick and knock your head. It's not what I'm asking, Tell me exactly what you are going through. That's why in Buddhism, if you really go to at the retreat, like the 10-day retreat or even longer, there's a text that we used to study that describe all the human emotions that are related to spiritual training. We have to memorize the terms, just like here, but this is more for the modern psychology. But the point is, you need to be able to identify what is it that we are going through in our mind. So vocabulary is important. Right? That's the whole point. So, how do you feel and why? Okay, let me just do this a very quick, a little game, right? Okay, let's imagine now you are shopping in a high-end mall. I don't know what's a high-end mall in New York. Name me one. Sorry? The Westchester. I've never been there. Okay. High-end mall, and then the salesperson keeps following you wherever you go. Have you experienced that? Okay. How do you feel about it? Okay, just voice out. Well, how do you feel about it? Give me an expression of a feeling.
I felt more about the person than myself.
You felt more about a person than yourself. Yeah. What does that mean? You feel sorry for? Suspicious?
Yeah.
You,
What do you think? I'm a thief?
Oh, suspicious on her. And you? How do you feel about it? Offended. Anything else? Oh, pressure? Okay, what else? Come on, okay. Just shout it out. Okay, come on, you. Irritated? You? So you are being compassionate about her. You're considerate about her. Okay. He needs a business. Or what else?
He doesn't realize that I don't have enough money to buy it.
He didn't realize or he did realize?
He doesn't know that I don't have the money to buy those things in the store.
So he shouldn't follow you, right? So what's the feeling then?
Just,
Frustrated, as you said.
it's like a funny feeling.
Funny feeling. Interesting. Funny feeling. What else? Any other different feelings you have? Annoyed. Okay.
You want to be left alone.
You want to be left alone. So when you're followed and you're not left alone, how do you feel? What's the emotion?
alone. Why
Leave me alone.
Why are you following me?
Why follow me? Annoyed, right? Is it annoying? Is it annoyed? Right.
Dehumanized?
Dehumanize. Wow, that's strong. That's it, that's it.
Invasion of your, well,
Invasion of your privacy.
because
right?
one should have freedom to go shopping.
Exactly.
And they shouldn't feel that somebody is
Yeah. You feel unjust, right? You feel like
injustice. Right?
this is lack of respect in another way, right? Freedom is what we like value most here. Like, where's my freedom? You know, you hijack my freedom, or you attack my freedom. So there was one answer which I remember very well was given during a workshop was someone said they feel proud. Well, you know what I mean, right? When you like walk in and people come and serve you, hey, do you need coffee? You need candy? Say, no, just how about this one? You know, like you feel like you're served when you're being followed. You feel like, you know, the most important person in the shop. I don't know, everyone has different feeling. So there's no right or wrong answer, but be aware, be mindful what is going on, and name it. Especially when we start to get upset, tell ourselves, yes, I feel it is coming. So let's just ask ourselves, when you feel upset, where do you feel the most on your body? Where does it feel? And in any location that gives you the warning, yeah, I'm ready. Your stomach? Okay, where else? Shoulders? Oh, you kind of tighten up your shoulders. Okay, where else? Your chest. You take like a shorter breath. Okay, how about your feet? Look at people, right? When you start to get angry, the feet naturally will curl up like this. Why? Because we are still animals. This is our natural, reaction. We want to protect or we want to react. So this is our natural feeling. So know our feelings and then we know our body. Only when we know what is changing, then we are able to take control. That's the whole purpose of mindfulness. We want to take back control, but not being overcome by the strong emotions and the body reaction that we lose ourselves. So mindfulness creates a buffer zone. Again, the buffer zone. We have a reaction, and we know it, we name it. Yeah, why am I doing this? Relax. The moment you let go, the emotion becomes weaker and weaker, and then you are becoming more back to yourself. So that's how mindfulness helps us. Okay, one more. Every time you speak to your child, respond with, I don't know, whatever, and say nothing, just turn away and slam the door. You are smiling. Okay, what is it? You're laughing.
I feel offended.
Offended? Even by your child, right? You feel offended. Okay, what else? Any thoughts? What's it? Angry. Okay. What kind of anger is it? To what level? Sorry? Recompassion? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but at least you're honest to yourself, right? You know you got angry first before a compassion arises. Is that true? The first reaction is always very direct, right? To negative mode, like to any kind of negative triggers, we have negative emotions. So that's natural. But many of us, we don't accept it. No, I shouldn't. I cannot get angry. Especially for monks like us, right? Do you think that we get angry? All the time? Thank you so much. Yeah, I get angry all the time. Yeah, humans are complex, yes. Even the kids too, right? Sometimes they are so complex. So we are so complex. So yeah, to be frank, sometimes I also got poked, with other monks and nuns, with other friends, and I feel like the heat is burning up, especially like their upper body. Can I deny it? right? Of course, sometimes I criticize myself, but when I remember that it's human nature, then I try to, well, you know, accept it, take a deep breath and see what's going on. And well, as the first thing is we have to, how would say, we don't blame ourselves for having this thought. You cannot blame ourselves. Yes, what's that?
Eat.
You go to eat,
Yes, you go to eat,
and
everything's fine. It's great, but you're taking too much time. There's table stuff or whatever they want to, and it changes the whole
feeling.
situation.
Yeah,
Because you were great. It was great.
yeah,
They were great.
yeah,
But now I'm not great. I'm not good.
Yeah.
And that's not good.
yeah. So what can you do? I don't know. That's true. Yeah, it changes. The emotion just come and go. This moment you're happy. So that's why I love Buddhist teaching about impermanence. You heard of impermanence, right? Nothing stays the same forever. When I'm happy, I know that it's impermanent. Then okay, when it ends, it ends. But I'm very happy of impermanent is when I feel sad or angry, I know it will also cool down. Even I don't do anything, the anger will cool down itself. This is the nature of all phenomena, of all things. So don't get too upset when you're upset. You eventually just cools down itself. Yeah. Greed? Sorry, I couldn't hear. Did you hear?
Grief.
Grief, yes.
Grief.
Grief.
What do you feel at grief? Oh, I shouldn't be asking you the question.
Of course, we do feel grief all the time. There are so many levels of grief, right? Grief comes from what? Losing something you love, you treasure, anything. It could be a person, it could be a thing that you own. Grief, it could be like, grieving a person to grieving anything that you own. So of course, yeah, that also goes, but it takes time too. But the one way in the therapeutic way about grieving is you need to let yourself grieve. Doesn't that sound familiar to you? You need to let yourself grieve. Don't tell people, "Oh, stop crying. It's gone. You got to wake up. You got to, go out and face it. Come on, let's go. Let's have fun." I don't think that's a good advice at all. I would never do that to my friend. I let them weep if they want to. Come on, I'm here. My shoulder is here. You need tissue? Okay, fine. I sit with you. I won't say a word. So acknowledging, be there. We know that it's impermanent if it goes away by itself. But be there. The companionship is the thing that value most to human relationship. So it's beautiful, isn't it? Knowing it's impermanent, but we're still there. Be with them. Okay, one last comment.
Yes, I want to share one experience of my experience with my daughter.
Yeah.
And she was make me really, really mad. And then I was really angry, and it turns to physical.
Oh,
so
okay.
the heartbeat really raised up very quickly, and then my I feel very dizzy.
Yeah.
And then suddenly the liver feel very pain and
Wow.
sweating out of my forehead.
Yeah.
And suddenly I realized I have to calm down.
Yeah.
So we are in the middle of arguing. I immediately went to my room and shut the door.
Yeah.
And then sit down, breathing, and then it starts better. And then I tell myself I will never let my daughter or anybody to twist my emotion that much, otherwise I'll die. So that's my experience.
Wow. Anyone feel like resonant with it? Right? We have same feeling. You did feel the physical.
Yes.
The
But
emotion.
it's my
becomes
daughter,
so
I gave birth to that creature,
I agree. We all give birth to different
Yes,
creatures.
It's my kids, but I have to control myself. The
Yes.
emotions, it cannot be continue like that.
Exactly, yeah. We know we should control, but we find a way to control it. Thank you so much. It's so real, it touches us. We all experience that. Yeah, it's beautiful. So by recognizing the emotions and the body sensations, it helps a lot. By knowing that your heart is pounding, your face is doing tight, your shoulders are getting so tied up. The moment you relax your shoulders, your emotion also come along with it. You also relax your emotion. Remember that body and mind are together. Remember the gesture of the Buddha? The body and mind are together. If you cannot control your emotion, at least control your body. You know it's tight here. Take a deep breath. Force yourself to. It helps. And then your emotion will at least, because they're together. So we cannot control emotion. Usually we cannot. But at least we have control over how our body feels. That's why be mindful about how we are sitting, how we are standing, how we feel. Each part of the body is so critical in that situation. It helps us. It changes many course of our life. So, okay, that's a big picture of it. All right, well, I'm not going to do that. So, be mindful of the emotion is more subtle, right, than the body feelings. So that's why we always start with feeling your body instead of asking you feeling your emotions. They're connected, but emotions are harder to notice. But the body sensation is easier. So that's the point. So when emotions arise, observe our thoughts and ideas and label them. Give them a name. What is it? Oh, it's anger. Oh, it's hostility. Whatever it is. Do not identify with them. Emotions are not me. Do not intervene. Simply be aware of and accept emotions. Grief. Right? Don't say, I don't want grief. I want to get up. I want to go out and have fun. It doesn't work. You need to be with it, right? Whatever it is. Anxiety. You don't say, the more you say that, I'm so anxious. What to do, The moment you think about it, the more anxious you become. So what to do? Well, knowing yourself anxious, yes, fine, I'm anxious. Take a deep breath. Okay, change your focus, So there are methods to deal with it. Usually, taking a deep breath, what is it? It's work with your body, right? The breathing is your body reaction. So that's why it always come about noticing your breathing is so good at controlling your emotions. The moment you know that, deep breath, that moment you're alive, that moment you are present, and that moment you have control of your emotions.
Your mind is connected with your body.
Exactly. But we cannot reach the mind, right? It's so profound that you don't know how to catch it, but you can catch your breath. Take a deep breath. And the moment you do that, you're catching your breath, your body, and your mind together. Isn't that beautiful and simple? That's why mindfulness is so simple and so practical in this way. All right, these are some of the things to take away when you feel something. Label emotions, right? Emotion not equal to you, and accept. Allow to do like 2 minutes of contemplation, all right? Just for this very simple practice. Okay, I'd like you to sit halfway on your seat. Before we end, I want to do this short practice. Okay, sit very comfortably. Feeling your feet touching the floor. Make yourself comfortable and stable. Right, noticing how your spine is straight. To the neck, your head forming a straight line. And rest your hands on your leg. Slightly close your eyes. Take one deep breath very slowly. And breathe out. Okay, maintain your normal breathing without changing anything. Just let it breathe by itself. Now I invite you to think of an incident or something that happened very recently that you have a strong emotion. It could be an argument. It could be some frustrating scenario they encounter, some unpleasant feeling arose. So when you are thinking what was happening, pay attention to your body and ask yourself, where do I feel most uncomfortable when I think about this incident? Where? Is it on my stomach, on my chest, my shoulders, or on my neck? Identify the location. And now you name the emotions. What is it that you are going through? What feeling is it? Anger, frustration, sadness. You can name a few that you can identify as clear as possible. Unfulfillment, sadness, or envious. So hold that in mind. Now we'll tell ourselves that these are the emotions I have. These are the emotions I have. They are nothing but an emotion. Now imagine each of these emotions that you had in your mind become a person that appear in front of you. One for anger, one for anxiety, one for frustration. Each of them appear right in front of you, looking at you. Watch them one at a time. Just watch. You don't have to do anything. Look at them. Because they are part of you, but they are not you. They come and they go. All right, now I invite you to come back to your breathing, knowing that when you breathe in, breathe out. Now please raise your right hand. Imagine on your right hand you're holding a flower with petals on it. It is your favorite flower. Could be any flower you like, any color, any shape, any fragrance that it has. You're holding it right in front of you. Now I invite you to move the flower closer to your nose so that you can smell the fragrance of the flower. Take a deep breath, breathe in all the fragrance, let it fill your body. And when you breathe out, you blow your air to the flower. One more time. Breathe in the fragrance and you blow out. Let the petals, each petal of the flower fly out and reach out to eternity, to infinity space. Keep doing it for a few times. Breathe in the good smell, the fragrance of flower, and blow it out. Imagine all the heaviness on your body come together with the blow of the air, go towards the flower, and it spread out to the space and disappear. It disappears, it dissolves in the vast space of emptiness. Now I invite you to join your palms together and recite after me. Very slowly. May I be safe. May I be free from mental suffering. May I be free from physical suffering. May I be at peace and happy. Now feel the warm sensation in your heart. Feel the warmth spread around your body, and it spread out to the air, to the person next to you, and it keeps expanding and expanding, and it reach all living beings in this world. Give yourself a little smile on your face, and we thank all the beings and everyone who has come to our life, touches us, and we will touch them with kindness and warmth in return. All right. Thank you for your time today. Thank you for your attention. I hope this practice will bring some calmness and joy in your daily life. Before we end and let you go for lunch, I'm hungry too, I know. Any questions or feedback? Oh, there's one at the back, good. You can take, give a few minutes, right? Let's listen to whatever we will share. I'm glad to hear from you guys.
Can I ask a question now? Or?
Is it for everyone or just for, okay, if it's a long question, you can come to me afterwards.
Just one question.
Okay.
Could you tell us what can we expect in the third class?
In the third class, what to expect?
Yeah. What you are going to teach? What you are going to cover?
Oh.
I mean, just give us some more incentive to come back.
Okay, tell me, do you have, what do you mean incentive to come? Should I give like prizes or gift or incentive? Yeah, we mentioned that actually the first time. Next week we're going to talk about was, sorry, where was it? loving kindness. This will be the next class. Loving kindness is, we talk about, have a metta, right? And then we're going to talk a little bit on metta and how to apply it in daily life. Of course, we're going to do a little bit of kind of workshop together. I ask you guys to, how do we generate more love? When we talk about love, we always talk about how we love other people, right? But how about ourselves? We very often we forget to take care of ourselves. So one of the main point, like main part of loving kindness we're going to talk about in the next session was take care of ourselves in a way that really benefit us, really make us to be able to generate more love for others. But first, give us enough love to take care of ourselves. From the Buddha's teaching of the Metta Sutta, it's lovely, easy. It could be romantic. I would guarantee you. So, is that good enough incentive for you to come next time?
Is that December 7th? Is the next time?
I think, is it 2 weeks from now, December 7th? Okay, hope to see you all on December 7th. Do you have all your contacts? You have put your email when you, anyone didn't like,
I did not register. I know I'm joining you in the afternoon, so I
okay.
registered a lot of
Okay.
people come here. Yeah.
Why? Okay. Let me do this. Whoever didn't register for today's class, go back to our website and register. Keep your email, because I might want to give you a little exercise, and I send it by email before you come back for our next class. Right? Make sure we have your email. If not, then your phone number. Then we can contact you. I can send you whatever I need. I need you to do a little bit of homework before you come.
Is there any way to do it like virtually or Zoom or, you know?
All these classes are recorded, and we will make them available on YouTube. Not now, much later, so that we want to appreciate your presence here to do the work with all other people. But all our classes here are recorded in video. They should be in YouTube probably in 1 month from now, I would think. So if you miss the next one, don't worry, you can watch the video. Yeah, but we really hope that you can come and join us. And this afternoon we have a tea ceremony. If you look to your left, and we have a set of the Japanese teapot. First, we're going to drink tea in a Chinese way, right? We call that tea meditation. I will guide you through a tea meditation, and then we have some snack, and then we have a little workshop, and the final part will be the Japanese tea ceremony. What we'll be doing is, I will show you the very traditional way of performing a Japanese tea ceremony, and because of seats are limited, we will invite on the spot 6 people to take part in the practice. So please come, you might be the one being selected. Today we start at 1:30 p.m. and we should end at 3:30. Well, plus or it should be plus. Usually it takes me more time. Give me another 20 minutes. So. Well, 1:30 to 3:30, all right? Thank you so much for your time today, and we'll see you afternoon. Have lunch. Okay, thank you.
Like with the intention of meditation,